Okay, here's the answers to the 612 homework. So for 612, it says on the graph below, graph shapes A, B, and C is described. So shape A is a triangle with vertices at 1, 1, 3, 3, and 2, 4. So this is triangle A, shape A. Shape B is a square with vertices at 2, -1, 4, -1, 2, -3, and 4, -3. B. C is a rectangle with vertices at -3, 1, -3, 4, -1, 4, -1, 1. So then it says, on the same grid you used in 612, translate A 4 units to the right and 3 units up to create triangle D. Write the coordinates of the new vertices. So we're going to translate it 4 units to the right and 3 up. So 4 units right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 up. 2, 3 would be right here. So here is triangle D, and then it says list the vertices. So it would be 5, 4, 6, 7, and 7, 6. And we could do that by adding 2. So each X, we could add 4 to it. So 1 plus 4 is 5, 3 plus 4 is 7, 2 plus 4 is 6, and then 3 to each one. So we'd get 4, 6, and 7. 614, graph each equation below on the same set of axes and label the point of the intersection. So you had to graph each one. So the first one, my y-intercept is at +3. I'm going up 2 over 1. Or I can go down 2 and left 1. So that's going to be my line. My second one, my intercept is at +1, and I'm going to go up 1 over 1, or I can go down 1. And I see my graph moved a little bit, but they actually cross right here, which is at -2, -1. 15, shooter Marilyn is a Spartan's best free throw shooter. She normally makes 3 out of every 4 shots. So I'm going to write that as 3 out of 4. In an upcoming charity event, shooter will shoot 600 free throws. If she makes over 400 baskets, the school wins $1,000. Should the Spartans expect to win the cash for the school, show and organize your work. So I wrote a proportion, and I made 600 be the denominator, and X be the top. So then I could either cross multiply, or I could find a common denominator. So I cross multiplied, and I got 4x equals 1,800 divided by 4. I got x equals 450. So she's expected to make 450. So yes, we would expect her to win. To win because 450 is more than 400. 616, examine the tile pattern shown at right. Draw figures 0 and figure 4. So figure 1, I noticed that each time we're adding 2 to the top and 1 to the middle. So in figure to get to figure 0, I would take 2 away and 1 in the middle. So it would just be 1 tile. And then for figure 4, we'd have to start with figure 3. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to have 5. And then it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to add 2 to that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the same thing on the bottom. So it says how many tiles will figure 10 have? Justify your answer. So I wrote the equation for it. I know my growth is 5 and my zero figure is 1. So it's y equals 5x plus 1. And then I plugged 10 in. You could have done it differently, but I thought this was the quickest way. So it turns out there's going to be 51 tiles. Problem 17, Frank weighs 160 pounds and is on a diet to gain 2 pounds a week so he can make the football team. John weighs 208 pounds and is on a diet to lose 3 pounds a week so he can be on the wrestling team in a lower weight class. If Frank and John can meet these goals with their diets, when will they weigh the same? How much will they weigh at the time? Clearly explain your method. So one of the things we could have done is write an equation for each person. So y equals, so Frank weighs 160 and he wants to gain 2 pounds. So he's 2x plus 160. Frank, or that's John. John weighs 208 and wants to lose 3 pounds a week. So 208 minus 3x. And I started by making a table, and it turns out that they don't meet exactly. So another way would be to graph them in Desmos and see where they meet. And it turns out that they meet at 9.6 weeks and weigh 179.2. So another way I saw several students do it is they set each equation equal together and then solved, and that would have given you the same result.